because the absence of dopamine is the presence of addiction. So could I have addictive behavior because I'm low in dopamine and not actually just addicted to nicotine, alcohol, drugs, promiscuity, gambling? Absolutely. And why is it that most addictions have a tendency to shift and never really go away? If you've ever really been an addict or ever known a true addict, why is it that their addiction has a tendency to shift and not go away?
Yeah, like some of them find a healthy thing to get addicted to, like running.
Yeah, so alcoholics become workaholics. Workaholics
Right.
become workoutaholics. I mean,
Right.
when I used to compete amateur in long distance triathlons, most of the guys that I raced with were recovering addicts of some kind.
Some of the scariest guys I've ever trained with were former drug addicts.
Because this is their new.
They're fucking driven, like
Yes.
in a weird kind of crazy way.
Why are they driven so hard?
Well, some of them actually almost died, and they realized
that. But
they've been to death's door and come back.
The
like a different...
absence of dopamine is the presence of addiction. And we never treat the dopamine deficiency. We only treat the physical addiction. So we get you off alcohol, and now you're on, Suboxone. You get you off Suboxone, and now you're gambling. You're off of gambling and smoking cigarettes. And you're done smoking cigarettes. You're,
So a lot of the
weed.
Alcoholics Anonymous people are smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee constantly.
Now, why is that? Because they're chasing the dopamine deficiency. Rarely, if ever, did a true addict wake up one day and just say, I want to get really banged up. The majority of addicts woke up one day and said, I want to feel normal. And it was the search for normalcy that developed the addiction. They smoked a cigarette, they felt normal. They took a drink and they could socialize. They were promiscuous and they kind of felt normal. They jumped off a fucking mountain in a squirrel suit, and the rush of dopamine actually brought their dopamine level to normal. They actually felt calm 15 inches away from death.
Oh.
And so the deficiency in dopamine very often drives this. And we label these people with mental illnesses. We label them with mood disorders. But serotonin is a part of the recipe of moods.